It's a new week and it's time for new makeup releases. Jaclyn Hill is in a bit of hot water. We definitely have to talk about that gossip. And who amongst us is excited for one more little bite at 20% off at Sephora? I know I am. So if you guys want to chat about all the new releases, it's episode 46 of new makeup releases. If you guys are not familiar with my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. Usually on Tuesdays, we sit and chat about new releases, not just about buying everything, but just breaking things down, sharing our thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and opinions. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Editing Karen here. I just wanted to pop on and add. I think I talk about the fact that we're supposed to be having our oath ceremony today, the day you're seeing this video. When I was filming, I was pre-filming because I didn't think I was going to be able to film my new makeup releases on Monday night like I usually do because we had to be up really early in the morning. But they're expecting a snowstorm in my town, and so we actually got called this afternoon from immigration saying that our oath ceremony was postponed, and I don't know when it's gonna get rescheduled. And it's not the end of the world, but it also royally sucks because we were kind of like waiting on that for some other things, and so now we just kind of have to wait, and so that really sucks. We just wanted to get it out of the way. I feel like I've been telling you guys how excited I am to get it out of the way. It's been something that has been on my perpetual to-do list for like the last almost 20 years of my life. So I feel like we were finally going to get it done, and now it's postponed. So it's not the end of the world, but it really sucks. And I just wanted to update you guys because I had already filmed my video that you're watching right now on Sunday night, and we found out on Monday, and it didn't feel right to not update you guys. So yeah, it really sucks. But in case you're wondering why I look like mold, it's because I finally filmed with the Blend Money Rotten palette. I wanted to rip out the band-aid and film with it, and I had a lot of fun. I don't think I have the attitude to pull off this look, but I wanted to try to be whimsical, so there's that. And I'm gonna post this video when I get the new palette from Blend Money. I'm going to put them together and do two looks with the two palettes because I missed posting with Rotten. I think I got the collection either right as it launched or the day that it launched or like something like that, but there was a lot going on and I never got around to film with it. So I thought, why not post this with the new palette? So anyway, just wanted to share that little update with you guys. Now let's get into the video. Okay friends, first of all, a few housekeeping things. I am pre-filming this video just a little bit. I'm filming this on Sunday night, so if any exciting news happens on Monday, I'm sorry. We'll have to cover that next week. I don't know. I just want to let you guys know that as we get closer to the holidays, the schedule is getting a little bit crazy, a little bit hectic. Usually I film these on Monday nights, but it just feels like so many things are happening and so many things are coming up. Today is a very exciting day for my family. When you see this video, we've already taken our oath to become American citizens. I'm so excited. And so as the holidays come closer, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to deliver a new episode every week. So I haven't quite decided if I'm going to take a little break from this or if I'm just going to try and make it happen, but just bear with me if I go missing or silent from new makeup releases for a few weeks. I hope you guys understand. It's just, you know, everybody's got a lot going on. I will do my best. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. What else did I want to tell you guys? I think that was it. I was just going to let you know that this was being filmed a little bit in advance, but let's go ahead and talk about what is on my eyes today. So I'm hoping when you're seeing this video, I've already posted a multiple palettes, multiple looks video. So on my eyes is the last palette in that video, which is the Mary Chrissy palette from Glaminatrix. They actually sent this to me in PR just the other day, and I wanted to get a look up with it because I don't know if there have been a lot of looks with this palette up yet. I haven't really been paying too much attention. I'm pretty sure I saw a Glaminatrix post that they were running low on these, so I thought I needed to test it out. I will give you guys the Cliff Notes version. I'm very impressed with this palette. I'm wearing this neutral look that I created with it, and I can't wait to play with the colorful shadows. This one retails for $68, and I feel like it's worth every single penny. And you can use my discount code KHMakeup on the Glaminatrix website to save. Next is the Mary Chrissy palette from Gourmand Girls. They actually sent this to me just this past weekend, and this is like a cool tone wintry dream. I'm not so much into this color story, but I really like the look I created with this, and I feel like this is something fun and different. And if you're into kind of unique package design, this is really fun, and it's like a more curated color story for Gourmand Girls in a little bit of a different packaging, so I think that would just be fun for collector's purposes if you're really into that. Okay, so first things first, let's chat Sephora coupon. I'm excited because it's definitely giving me the chance to pick up some things that I missed out on during the VIB sale. They have a 20% off code, and it's Save Gift, and it's a one-time use code, and it ends on the 14th. At 11 p.m. Pacific time. Offer only valid on merchandise purchases made in Sephora US stores, Sephora at Kohl's, Instacart, DoorDash, or on Sephora.com and Kohl's.com. Can you use it at Sephora, Kohl's, and Sephora? Now I'm curious. Probably not. I feel like they would have figured that out. And then you also get 30% off Sephora collection if you would like. Since I figured out how to actually use color corrector properly, I was contemplating buying the Natasha Denona High Glam Brightening and Hydrating Medium to Full Coverage Crease Proof Serum Color Corrector instead of repurchasing the Huda one, because I do have the Huda one currently. I just don't have it in like the new packaging, and I don't know if they reformulated it, but since I have Huda already, I might do Natasha Denona. I haven't quite decided. I thought I would share with you guys what's in my basket currently just to inspire y'all. If y'all were also thinking of placing an order, I thought I might grab Fleur's new Afterglow fragrance. I believe we talked about that last week. And they do have the travel size. So this is described as a warm and spicy amberette, sandalwood, and lavender milk. It says that it has a citrus in it, a spark of citrus and tender apricot skin. And it says it's softened by creamy coconut. And I love those two notes. I don't know if I'll like it or not. Maybe I should actually pass on that because I don't know that I need a fragrance from Fleur, even though I can splurge on it if I want to. Probably not something I need. I also really love the lip contour lip stains from Huda Beauty. I got a little gift set during the Sephora VIB sale. I'm actually wearing that shade on my lips right now, so now I'm like, should I get a few more? Probably shouldn't, but I really kind of want to. I'm also thinking of trying press-on nails. I haven't tried press-on nails in a while, and I usually get my nails done, but I feel like I could use a break, and honestly, it's worth it. Like, obviously the amount I'm paying the person is worth it, but it's also so expensive that I'm gonna try and maybe do press-ons. We'll see. I've just had such a hard time with them because I feel like they just fly off, like they break so much, but I've heard really good things about Glamnetic. So if you are a press-on nails girly, can you tell me what your experience has been? If you have any recommendations, if you have any tips. I feel like I've seen Kelly Gooch talk about them. I even saw Maureen from Tarte, who's like the owner, like CEO of Tarte, is using press-on nails. I feel like I can maybe try and make it work. So that's something on my list. And then I wanted to maybe get some Amika shampoo and conditioner that I heard Abby Young rave about, and I was thinking maybe the Keali Musk Latte fragrance I was curious about, and then I definitely want to get the One Size by a Patrick Starr Until Dawn Waterproof Glitter Setting Spray in Brown Sugar. I know I want that. I think that I'm going to spray it in my hair, and it's going to be so fun and festive AF. Not too many things, but I'm definitely working on a list. I also want to repurchase my Say Beauty bronzer because I feel like the one I have is getting a little old and gunky. So those are some of the things that I've been eyeing during this Sephora coupon. I don't want to call it a sale because it's literally a coupon. It's a one-time purchase. But we knew it was coming, right? Like, we all knew that it was coming because I remember watching Sephora sale recommendations videos and people were like, you guys know they're going to do a coupon, and usually everybody gets 20% off. It's not just for VIB Rouge, so that can end up being a better deal if you're not Rouge, to just wait for that discount. I also saw Ulta's having 20% off, so I did end up placing an order on Ulta as well, actually. Just a little one. I did get some Glamnetics nails actually on Ulta because they both sell Glamnetics. So I bought some nails. I bought the brush-on nail glue, and then I bought the About Face Illusionist Skin Focus Concealer because I'm excited to try it. And I bought their loose powder because I think I've heard good things about that, and I had 20% off. And then I bought the L'Oreal Lumi Bronzer Stick because I was just curious. Not a crazy big order, just bought a few things that I had been eyeing for a really long time. I'm really trying to be super, super careful about my spending right now. So just wanted to share with you guys what I had picked up over the last couple of weeks, and there hasn't been really much new stuff on Sephora or Ulta, so I thought, why not? Let me share just the things that I had been shopping for. The next thing we, of course, have to talk about is the new Blend Bunny collection. Oh my goodness, I am so excited for this. So when I first saw the packaging, I was like, oh my gosh, is it gonna be like reds and black? But I wasn't sure because I feel like so many indie brands have done that color story for Halloween. So Maggie's been describing this as the ultimate goth color story and theme, which is interesting. The collection is called Haunt Me, and it says, due to the time of year, I set out to launch this and the theme. I wanted to choose colors, grayscale tones. Each quad has its corresponding shimmer or a shimmer that I felt would really bring the vibe together. 2 brand new formula products to the masterclass lineup are here to really put the cherry on top of this collection. And so we've got some lip oils, I think. And I think I saw that this collection is launching on December 12th. So it says, preview the all-new high pigment ultra waterproof masterclass pro colored pencil in the Haunt Me Holiday 2025 collection. A prelude to the upcoming full launch, this multi-use formula spent almost 2 years in development and resulted in a super creamy and blendable formula that sets completely waterproof on eyes, lips, and or face. Or our staple black rated R is a deep pitch shade that literally eats light. Bloodline is a deep bluish red that pairs well with any red lipstick, gloss, or oil, launching December 12th. Okay, so they're adding to the Masterclass line. Preview all the new Masterclass Pro Lip Glaze formulas in the Haunt Me Holiday Collection. There's Premonition, Ghosted, and F-Bomb. I'm just going to insert pictures because I have not actually sat down and read through everything that's part of this collection, but it looks so good. It's a very gothy. I'm not gonna lie, I love wearing red eyeshadows. So the campaign picture that they did with Jordan Liberty, like this look, I need to try and recreate this. Will I be able to? I don't know, but a bitch is gonna try. So yeah, I love the vibes. I mean, you know, I'm not a goth, but if this is what being goth is, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Very excited to play with the new Blend Bunny collection. So yeah, we'll see. Whenever it shows up, I'm going to play with it. And how exciting. I can't believe we have one more Blend Bunny thing to play with before the year ends. And then I saw Unearthly had opened their pre-order for their new collection. So that is so fun. Actually, I don't know if it's a collection. I think it might be a palette. But this is a Made a Monster palette pre-order. $64. We actually talked about this last week, and it says it ships in January. And it's 12 shades, same formula as Gothic Romance. And the color story is so cute. It's like girly, pinks, purples, really pretty iridescent shades, marble shadows. I feel like this collection is going to eat. I really have a hard time with Unearthly because they do a lot of stuff pre-order. But if I had to guess, it's because they need to sell a certain amount of things to fund the project. That would be my guess. I don't know if Amanda's like clarified anything and maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. But I'm so excited. I really want to grab this, but I haven't even played with the Dead Cute collection yet. So I'm going to play with Dead Cute and then I'm going to decide if I'm going to pick this up. But I just wanted to mention it to you guys because I thought this color story is stunning. And it does look like, I think she did something similar to this, back in the day, I cannot remember the name of the palette. If I go through, maybe like Strawberry Shortcake. I don't know. I know I have a lot of Unearthly palettes, so if I went through, I'll probably figure it out. But I just think she's such a color story genius, so I'm very, very excited to see this collection come to life. So I just wanted to mention that a pre-order is open, plus they're having an end of year sale. So if you want to take advantage of good deals and you want to pre-order this palette, you're going to be in good shape. So that's something I wanted to remember to mention. And then I got really excited because I also saw Terra Moon is coming out with something new. And I had such good luck with their last palette that I thought maybe I'll try and grab this. We'll see. We'll have to wait for the reveal because I don't know what it is yet. They did post this really pretty image of the palette and it says Terra Moon X ? So it says our last palette release of 2025. This palette traveled all the way to Alaska from Florida to have the photos taken. That is so cool, under the aurora lights. How did they even find a photographer to do that? That is so cool. Okay, so they did actually tag the photographer. That's so freaking cool. Oh my gosh, their pictures are stunning. Okay, well, that's a rabbit hole we don't need to go into right now. Who are they collabing with? I'm nosy. I want to know. I don't keep up with like the lore of like a lot of indie brands. I feel like I'm so out of the loop. I'm definitely not as in tune with everything that's going on all the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about Miss Jaclyn Hill. I honestly kind of just don't really follow her anymore. I really just don't care that much. Laura and Manny are almost doing her a favor, like hanging out with her, because that's the only reason like she ever enters my orbit. Listen, that might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm here for Laura and Manny's comeback. I think that they have done a good job of like moving on from being, you know, in the pits of hell where they seem to have been when that whole drama happened with them. But anyways, let's watch this little tidbit that Jaclyn decided to share with the world on TikTok.
I feel like maybe it's a little controversial, maybe not, but I feel like no one really talks about it on social media. At least I don't see this conversation being had, but I think about this every day. And this is coming from like an old school beauty content creator. I started on YouTube 14 years ago. Like that is insane. I have been here for every single era, consistently uploading, downloading every new platform, like watch the
You know, she has been on YouTube for a long time, as have I, and has found a lot of success on YouTube. I feel like she definitely jumped ship onto TikTok. I don't really dip into the pool of TikTok. There's definitely a time in my life where I was like, I should get on TikTok. TikTok seems to be where it's at. Maybe being more present on TikTok will bring back followers to my YouTube. But I am one of those people where I was like, let me do this and do it to the best of my abilities and keep consistent with that. Maybe that's to the detriment of my social media presence, but that's just what I chose to do. It's definitely coming off as like I've done everything I can to make this as good as it can be, so why aren't the views there? But let's just keep listening.
Watch the birth of TikTok. You know, like I remember when Instagram became a thing. I was already on YouTube when Instagram became a thing, and I downloaded Instagram, and like it was like this new app, and we were posting the square photos. Like I've been here for all of it, and I feel like we're in such a weird place on social media as content creators where I am like fighting. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers at this point. I feel like there are so many bots, and I feel like these apps are now controlling who views my videos. And I feel like I get punished and penalized for not showing up and creating all the time.
If you don't show up at your job, you're not gonna make money. I mean, like that's just, is that like something new? Is that a weird concept? If you don't show up to work, your boss isn't gonna pay you. They will actually, because in a traditional job, you have PTO, but when you're self-employed, don't have PTO. And there's been plenty of creators that have worked through sickness that have worked through loss, that have taken a little bit of time off. I can only speak for myself, but I know when I had my kids and stuff like that and I was still recovering, I definitely didn't take too much time off because I just really enjoy filming. It's fun for me. So, I mean, to each their own. Obviously, to her, it's a business. It's how she pays her bills. So I know she has to keep, you know, feeding the beast so that it spits out like money. What a concept to be like, oh, you have to post every day. That's literally like the first rule of TikTok is post all the time because the algorithm loves it when you feed it new content. But I feel like she probably has people to tell her that. I feel like she could, you know, have a little meeting with TikTok because they're inviting plenty of people to go visit their headquarters. So I feel like it wouldn't be that hard for Jaclyn to get an invite, but what do I know?
I took off, like, I didn't post a TikTok, I think, for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe. Like, sorry, shit, life happens. I've been doing this for 14 years. Maybe I'm a little burnt out, God forbid. But then I come back to TikTok and it's like I'm put in like this TikTok jail where my views are complete shit.
Also, like, maybe you should rely on TikTok to be your only thing. If TikTok and Amazon affiliates is your only form of income and you've like built this lifestyle, you probably should have more options to like fall back on, like especially if TikTok goes away. Do you really think she could resurrect her YouTube channel at this point? Because I haven't gone back and looked, but I don't know that she's stayed consistent on YouTube. And I feel like that's something a lot of YouTubers that like abandon YouTube because they didn't need YouTube to fund their lifestyles and they're like, well, I'll just do TikTok because that's where it's at. Like that's where I think like Manny and Laura have been so smart because they have stayed on their YouTube channels and they still upload. Like I don't think they upload like a video every day, but I feel like they upload at least 1 to 2 videos a day. Plus they have their podcasts that they also upload to YouTube, and that's where I watch their podcast. That's where I watch a lot of YouTuber podcasts. I don't go on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts to listen. I know I've heard Manny and Laura say it's important to be on all the platforms because you never know which one's going to go away first or which one's going to be unpopular. And that's the same thing with just being a YouTuber, because one day you could be the most popular YouTuber and, you know, in the next breath you could be canceled or somebody else is just more popular. That's how it is.
It's one thing if my engagement is shit, meaning like maybe my views are high, but my comments are low and the likes are low. It's like, okay, so my audience wasn't feeling the vibes of this video. That's fine. But I'm talking like when you have 1 million followers, but your videos are only getting 30,000 views, this is just not the way it used to be.
I mean, I get that it was organic, but I feel like it was organic because you were a big YouTuber. You grew fast because you were doing something different and new. I was thinking about it today. I was like, when I was watching all this commentary on her making this TikTok, I was like, how do people even decide to become creators anymore? Especially in the beauty sphere. Definitely not in its heyday right now. So like when I started, it was more of a hobby thing, and like fortunately I do make like a small income from this where I'm a stay-at-home mom. So it makes me happy because not just income, but it gives me sanity because I have like YouTube friends and I have like people to talk to, which was so nice during COVID when everybody was kind of like shut in. Like we still had like friends to connect with online. That was so good for my mental health. And even now I feel like, you know, being a stay-at-home mom, this is a whole nother side to me that I have that sometimes you lose as a stay-at-home mom because you don't really get to interact with like your coworkers and things like that. You're mostly just with your kids, or even if you do like play dates and stuff, it's other moms and you might just be friends just out of circumstance because like your kids are friends. But I've also met like really big creators that have said to me like, oh, I know how to make a video that's viral, and I'm like, really? Like, wow, that's wild to hear. Like that is so wild to hear from somebody because they have this like recipe and they know that if they do that over and over again they'll get the views. And I've never had that. I've never had that in my brain of like, if I do this, I know that people will watch it. I've never had a recipe for how to make a good video like that, but it's so interesting to hear her perspective.
Like when I started, it was so organic. Like you subscribed to the people that you liked, you opened up those apps, or you got a notification on your phone saying so-and-so just posted a video, you go, you engage with it. And like, it was that simple. Now it's like, I put videos out there and sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, where is my audience? And
I mean, I definitely feel that way because I definitely get hard on myself where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is the stuff I'm doing like really crappy? Like, is it that bad? Can I improve? Probably. But I also definitely am one of those people that's extremely hard on myself and I don't feel like I deserve anything. So there's that. But yeah, I just don't think it's that easy anymore. It's like, it's not just posting. A lot of people kind of pivoted to commentary and drama, and that's just not the type of YouTuber that I've ever wanted to be. I definitely find it fascinating. I really love watching commentary videos, but I don't have that desire to sit and like write a script, research what other people are doing. Like, I couldn't care less to do that. Like, I love watching it. I don't look down on people that make that kind of content or anything like that. I don't judge it. I don't care. Like, I don't think anybody's perfect. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just enjoy consuming it. But I could never be that type of YouTuber, just like I could never go out and be a homesteading YouTuber. I am a beauty creator because I love beauty, and if I ever stop wanting to make beauty videos, then I wouldn't pivot to be like a comedy channel or something, unless somehow one day I woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm freaking funny, I could be a comedian on YouTube. Like, if that was the case, or like a lot of people do like the lifestyle thing. I don't think my lifestyle is that interesting, honestly, and I'm definitely not like a Pinterest lady. I can do some nice things, but it's definitely not like something that you would think of like Karen's the girl for that, and I definitely don't want to be a mommy blogger. Beauty is my thing, and right now beauty is not getting a lot of views. It's what it is, you know, ebbs and flows. It is what it is.
I feel like my audience is really on Instagram stories. Like, my girls are there for me on Instagram stories. Like, I really know who I'm talking to over there, but I miss the days of knowing.
So why don't you post on Instagram stories? I don't know if I used to follow her. I mean, I remember the days when I would just watch people on freaking Snapchat all day long. What was her name? Like Young, Wild, and Polished. I would watch her on Snapchat all day long. It was so insane. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who she's posting or where she's posting. I don't really follow her, if I'm being honest. And I never really go on TikTok. I got this new phone like a month ago, and this was my first time signing into the TikTok app.
Who I'm posting my content for. And I'm just like, how do like these new creators grow at this point? Like, do the new creators out there, do you guys feel like you're connecting with an audience, or do you just feel like you're kind of throwing your videos out into cyberspace and like hoping that it's going to stick? Like, I don't know. And like my comments, like I'll post a video and within 10 seconds, I'll get like 15 comments and they're all slightly the same. And I'm like, okay, so like these are like bot comments. Like, these aren't really my followers. Like, I don't care about that. I'm at the point in my life and in my career where like, I only want to post for my girls. Like, the ones that I've built this relationship and this trust with, but like TikTok isn't even showing my stuff to those people. So I'm like, I don't know. It's like these apps control who sees our stuff, and like,
isn't that the point though? That's how they make money, is by controlling what people see. If they didn't do that, then what would differentiate them from anything else? And like YouTube, you know, if you subscribe to a channel and you go into your subscriptions, you're gonna see every video that's posted. They're not gonna exclude that from your subscription feed. But I don't know if that's how TikTok works. I haven't really ever looked into it. And Instagram doesn't do that anymore either, because they changed the order of how you see Instagram posts. So, I mean, you know, you just gotta keep banging on, I guess. I don't know. I feel kind of yucky watching this, but let's finish this off and see what else she says.
the audience that we worked hard to build isn't even ours. It's owned by these apps, and we just have to like hope and pray that after posting our content, these apps are going to choose to show our content to our audience who chose to follow us in the first place. I'm just so confused, and I don't see a lot of people having this conversation. This will probably put me in TikTok jail for like the next 6 months. So if you see me, hi, I love you and I miss you. And that's it.
I feel like this is coming off as like, I want to be different. I want to talk about the thing nobody wants to talk about, which is like, where's the audience? And I feel like this was definitely a conversation to have with like your YouTuber friends, and not to bring onto the internet, because there's no like PR spin to this when you're that big of a creator. And I've even seen like smaller creators try to have this conversation. I don't know if I've tried to have this conversation with you guys and been like, the views are crazy. I mean, I personally feel like I can talk about it from the aspect of like the views suck, but I'm also not really going to give up on this because I enjoy it. And sometimes I'm like, do I really need to be a slave to my schedule of like upload? And I feel like it's gotten a little bit better. Like I don't feel as much pressure to upload as fast as I used to, but I also try really hard to get on it. We could do this all day. I just was so curious to talk to you guys about how you feel about this. I feel like it comes off as tone deaf. I will say I haven't really kept up with what type of content she's posting. Last time I checked, she got remarried. She moved to California. I think something that really made her stand out to me from all the other bigger creators was the fact that she didn't live in California, and you got to see more of her family and like her nieces and stuff. I don't know how much of that she posts now. I don't know. When it comes to like the bigger creators, my thing is like the ones that aren't in California. I know it's your job, but can you try not to make it seem like it's your job? That's your real job, is to try and make it not seem like your job. Anyway, that's all I have. I really don't have anything that exciting to add to it. I'm pretty sure there's way sassier creators out there that'll commentate on all of this, and I will be there watching like a little gremlin because I'm so curious. Okay, so we have some new products launching from Rare Beauty. I did see these on the Sephora app actually, so we can go ahead and check those out. The first thing is the Rare Beauty Fine Comfort Feel Seen Body and Hair Fragrance Mist, and this is a new fragrance. So does it say what it's called? Maybe down here in the description. A long-lasting fragrance mist with a fresh scent of honeydew and crisp ocean breeze that softens skin and hair with up to 24-hour hydration. So the fragrance family is fresh, and it's fresh florals. I'm so here for that. I love a fresh fragrance. So I think Rare Beauty usually sends stuff in PR, and I've gotten a few PR packages from them over the last couple of weeks, so I feel like I'll probably get that in PR too. I'm going to wait and see. And then we have the Fine Comfort Feel Seen Hydrating Body Mousse to Oil. This is a new product, so I'm super curious to test this out because I hate putting lotion on myself, and an airy mousse sounds less like, I hate the consistency and like the texture and the feel of moisturizer like cream on my hands. So I rarely moisturize even though I really need to. So this is an airy mousse that transforms into a weightless oil, intensely hydrating for up to 8 hours with a fresh note of honeydew and crisp ocean breeze. That sounds lovely. I'm so here for it. It says no drips, no mess, no greasy feel. That's definitely something that I'm here for. So yeah, I'll have to wait and see. It looks like some people have already gotten it in PR and stuff to leave reviews on the Sephora website, so I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to the mailman. And then we have the Fine Comfort Lip Butter Bombs. This is an overnight mask with hyaluronic acid butter, and it's gonna retail for $18. We've got 4 shades. So Loved is a tea rose, Easygoing is clear and unscented, Friendly is a muted caramel with a subtle vanilla scent, and then Uplifting is a deep cool berry, and these all have a subtle vanilla scent except the clear shade. So yeah, I'm curious to try it. Honestly, when I saw the packaging, I was like, did she come out with like eyeshadow sticks? But then it is a cream lip product, and that's going to be available on the Sephora app on the 12th and on all platforms on the 13th. So yeah, that is the new stuff that's launching from Rare Beauty. We also have Patrick Ta launching these new Major Moisture Smoothing and Hydrating Tinted Lip Balms with Vitamin E, a high shine sheer lip balm with a cushiony texture and moisturizing ingredients that nourish lips for a softer, smoother pout. These are $25, and we have 5 shades: cocoa butter, pink salted caramel, milk tea, cookie butter, and espresso. These are definitely giving like Summer Fridays and every other lip balm out there vibes. I'm going to skip on this, but it's cute. I mean, you know, they got to do what they got to do. We have an update to the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Lightweight base with a luminous finish, a new era of luxury makeup. A foundation is reinvented with an improved formula that maintains its radiant natural finish, ideal for all skin types. I feel like this is such a cult classic at this point, And I tried it once. I didn't love it, but hey, maybe, you know, now that it's been reformulated and updated a little bit, we'll see, we'll see. We also have Pantone announcing the color of the year. I was so excited for Mocha Mousse. This year, I feel like Cloud Dancer is definitely getting a lot of slack. We'll see. It says it's a lofty white that serves as a symbol of calming influence in a society rediscovering the value of quiet reflection. A billowy white imbued with serenity encourages true relaxation and focus. We'll see. I mean, who doesn't love white? I do have a hard time with it, only because I always find myself spilling. But I've been trying to embrace white more and being like, you know what, fuck it. If it gets dirt on it, it gets dirt on it. Hopefully I can get it off, and if I can't, we'll just all move on with our lives. We have a new addition to the YSL Libre family. So it's Berry Crush, a fruity floral fragrance with juicy raspberry meets Libre's iconic floral signature of lavender and orange blossom. Sweet yet bold. I don't know if I've ever owned any of these Libre fragrances. I'm not really one to have a lot of berry. The notes do say fresh mandarin and tart raspberry open the fragrance and lead to a radiant floral heart. Ugh, I don't know if I like the sound of the radiant floral heart of lavender and Moroccan orange blossom, but maybe if I get a chance to sniff it in store, I will. Okay, you guys, we have a $179 eyeshadow palette from an indie brand. This is Kristen Lee Cosmetics, the Cosmetic Shift palette. My first full 15 shade palette with custom packaging. 7 years in the making, holy moly. Born from a love for the universe, many test pans, do-overs, and slightly unhinged obsessions with sparkles. She's packed with foils, flakes, and multi-chromes. Extreme multi-chromes, holochromes, and iridescent shifts. I don't know if I've shopped Kristen Lee. I can't remember. Been on these indie streets for a long time. I cannot remember. $179.99. I definitely don't have that kind of money. Packaging, 15 pan magnetic palette, holographic, embossed logo, lettering, full-size mirror inside, limited edition. And yeah, that's a hard pass for me, but if you are interested in this, you have to let me know what you do for a living, because no, I'm just kidding. I just want to know if you're getting this, because wow, that's a lot. Oh, this looks so good. Give it to me. Is this new flavors or just existing? Summer Fridays new lip care set, limited edition, the Neapolitan Lip Trio. Lip care that feels like butter. This decadent set features our award-winning lip butter balm in 3 sweet shades: vanilla, hot cocoa, and pink sugar. I know for sure hot cocoa is an existing flavor. Vanilla must be existing. Is pink sugar the new one? I'm assuming pink sugar is new. I'll have to look into it. It says full size, full size, full size. Or are none of them new fragrances or flavors? Pink sugar sounds yummy though. I don't know if I told you guys this or anybody's told you that, but the marshmallow, the new marshmallow that's in that little set, that's like a new flavor that's limited edition in that set, is so good. Oh my god, it's so good. So I really hope they release that one as a single, because we all deserve to have it. I also saw that Jolie Beauty is teasing something new. So let's see here. What did their little post say? Okay, 2 days ago, Jolie Beauty posted that something is coming. Born on the Longest Night. And I love when they do eyeshadow palettes, so I'm hoping it's an eyeshadow palette, but also in the meantime, it looks like their Ozzy Osbourne palette restocked. So if you wanted to grab that, if you're an Ozzy Osbourne fan, this is your sign to go ahead and order it. Although I feel like they also do have sales, so if you decide to wait, maybe it's not going to be the end of the world either. Okay, I feel like NYX has been so busy. We talked about the highlighters that were available, I think, overseas, and now they're available in the US, but they also launched some other things like their new Wonder Snatch powder. So this is the loose setting powder that delivers up to 16 hours of sweat-proof wear and airbrush skin perfection. All-day setting powder, experience up to 16 hours, blah, 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 dual action shade range. Airbrush finish, lightweight, clean and conscious. $12. It's on the NYX website. I was looking at it. I thought about ordering it with this foundation, but honestly, it's so close to the end of the year and I really don't need any more foundations right now. So I decided to pass on both of these, but the new foundation is called Make 'em Wonder Soft Matte Buildable Foundation. And it is a skincare infused weightless foundation that delivers pro level buildable coverage with a real skin finish for all day comfort. It says that it is a soft matte finish, skincare infused formula, buildable coverage, 24-hour long-lasting wear. And it has an inclusive shade range available in 45 expertly crafted shades, $16 each. So the price point's pretty good. Again, I'm just trying to be really, really thoughtful with everything I buy. So I did decide to pass on that, even though initially my instinct was to buy it. I thought I could wait and see if somebody else reviewed it. Okay, that is everything for new makeup releases episode 46. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. I know I am, because it's a very exciting day for my little family. Check out my multiple looks video that I just posted. Hopefully you guys will be able to get some info from that. If you feel like supporting the channel for free, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. That's always so helpful. I will also leave links and discount codes in a pinned comment down below. If you feel like shopping through any of my links or my codes, it really helps me out, and I will make a small commission. So thank you so much for that. Let me know what collection or makeup item you are eyeing, and I will catch you guys in a new video very soon. Bye, friends!